And we are streaming. Hello everybody and welcome to Task Confusion for the 4th of March 2022. We have 4 people already queued up, so I suppose we might as well get a game started. This is going to be Rumi, Rise, Aegon, and myself. So, good luck to you 4. Well, you 3, plus myself hopefully. And we'll see how this goes. Have not played since the last game, or the last stream, but we'll see. Also, my cat has joined me, but he's just on the additional seat to my left. I'm sure he will make an appearance at some point if he wants to. Possibly for calamitous purposes. Meanwhile, I should probably get the chat up because I don't apparently have it. Hey yo, Rise. Somebody's taking an age to load in. There you go. Okay. Where are we sitting? We are sitting west. Aegon is opening dealer. We have Rumi to our left. We have Rise to our right. And this is a pretty bad starting hand, in truth. But we'll see. There are options and there are progressions here. Also, Aegon might not be here. Let's just quickly throw up Discord and just make a quick check. Boom. Yeah, this is a bad starting hand, but we might as well go for it. Early doors, I can probably try and force a Honitsu out of this. Boom. Or maybe not. One safe tile. I mean, I did say that we're basically on for... We had a Yakuman last stream, so we're technically on for 2 for 2. We just need Yakuman here at some point today, and that will be 2. Yeah, I think, honestly, I'm just trying to get a completed hand here, so I'm not going to cull for a Honitsu at this point. I've just got to pair things up. It looks like Daisangen's out. Boom. Yeah, we gone for the quick tap, but Rise has been quicker than us here, so I think we're going to have to go around. Yeah, 5, unfortunately, and admittingly it was only 5 because we drew the extra one. Not a viable plan at this stage. We're also too far away to really go for this. I might have been AFK. That is fair. I mean, you only gave me a dragon, which is probably a reasonable enough initial discard anyway. The 5-man potentially dodgy. Sorry about that. I started early because I saw 3 people queued up. If you are queued up, I assume you are ready. Okay, well, we're not a million miles away from things. 2-man's going to be safe. North's going to be safe. So... definitely potential for stuff. That is unfortunate. My 2-5's gone as well. Maybe I should have tried to jam that 5-man. Hello. We'll try it now. A little dodgy, but it should be fine. We know North will be safe for a final discard. So, 2-5 to be in a single wait for something. 2-4, rather. Or we could pair up any of them except... Well, actually, any of them except free pin we can technically pair up. So, okay.
Riichi.
Well, there's the Reach. We've played 2-man, 2-man twice. I'm actually going to play a North, though, to be definite on this. I think 2 is safe. 4-4-4. I'm actually going to fold here. We only have a 1,000-point hand, so at best, 1,000 versus an unknown Riichi. Therefore, we're just going to play safety around it where we can. Rises on a hand. Actually, no, 3-man was the def confirmed safe, but yeah. It wasn't worth us pushing this at this stage, and Rumi picks up Riichi Sumo Pinfu. Hanneman start while Egan is dealer. Okay. So priority 1, get Rumi off of that dealer turn if we can. This is a stronger hand to do it with, but we'll see. Love to draw another green just to confirm things, because then I'd be more confident about calling the white. And calling other tiles to that end as well. I don't know if we want to go for called Toy here. It'll probably not go that way in truth. More likely to draw something connected here. We'll see. Oh wait, Egan's gone for the quick attack.
Riichi.
Turn to Riichi. Not much I can do about that. We'll play an off-wind. And Egan's doing the correct thing of trying to win quickly. That was Adora. So we'll assume... kind of have to assume he's Tenpai. Slight backfire, but only if we consider this a genuine attempt at the hand. And I'm not sure it is. Yeah, Egan's possibly got a Shahonitsu going on there, which would be worth a push. Surprised you get rid of a 7 early, though, if that is what you're going for, but... but there it is. Riichi Nomi. So early, but no value. It did, however, take Rumi's Dealer turn away, so that works in our favour. Okay, north to start. Egan's just doing his 10th down thing. Are we going to have a north reset? I'd be middling about it. It's not the worst, it's not the best for us either, because this is a bit of an in-between hand. Let's go Forso. He possibly did from that point. It just seems odd to discard the 7 when you got the... Again, I don't know that you had that in hand, but it just looked a bit odd. Okay, meanwhile, development is happening. This hand's a little awkward, but... we can always cut this and just get a pair if we interrupt 7. If we draw a 3, that's okay as well. But either way, I need a little bit of help. Only other Yaki we could potentially go for is just to bomb the 1s here. Yeah, possibly true. Would love to have called that in normal positions, but don't have it. Yeah, if we had a Tanya, that was ideal tile. Still, progression. Dora. Dora is awkward here, but I think we're going to hold onto it. No, we throw it now. It doesn't do anything for our hand right this second, and everything else I could draw would be more useful. I suppose I could have cut the 9-8 there rather than work on that. But we'll see. Two-man, 3-man, 5-man, 7-man. 5 so, 8 so. That's pretty good. We don't have a pair, but we have Ipeco. Well, Rumi's off. I was going to say something about his double 3 discards being significant, but hey, that's fine. We're just going to stay in second, having done nothing. Unfortunate, but we couldn't really progress much faster than that. The hand was a little awkward. And hopefully we'll get our time. It's only East 4. We will have time. Okay, again calling in off-wind on the first discard. Which he does like doing. Boom. But both Aegon and Rise pushing. Singleton Dragons. Yeah, is our wind, but 2 already gone before we even saw the first one, so no point in holding on to that whatsoever. Safe tile, I suppose, is an argument, but... we are building a lot of clunky hands right now. So 6, 7, 8 Sanch Q is a possibility. Most likely we're looking at Cheetoy at this point. Okay, that takes away from Cheetoy again. So... So the question from here is the 5 so dangerous at this point? Possibly? Boom. Yeah. Wasn't Tempai, but it was dodgy. Alright, I probably can't play East now until I know. And that means we might be back on the Cheetoy plan. Yeah, Mung and rounding would be a thing. Usually the foo will only matter in the case of Carnage, but there are exceptions to that, of course. Yeah, it was reasonably common that with 3/8's gone that was fine. Mind you, I don't know if he's necessarily Tempai at this point. He has discarded Dora and things, so probably should be. The 7/8, no, if it's 60 Thu, you would get the Mungan for that. I believe. I don't have a chart in front of me. Somebody should be able to confirm that. But Freehan, typically to get the Mungan, you would need a closed Khan of terminals, most likely. Yeah, as you stated. Well, we're gonna sevens our way out of this because I don't think we're in a position to do much else. Which is a shame because we've really done nothing.
Note.
Yeah, East was correct. I mean, in fairness, I didn't know it was necessarily for Rise, but somebody had to have them by that point in the game. Okay. First Omba. So this time we're beginning with a North in our hand. Let's see if we can actually do anything with it by the time we get there.
Boom.
I mean, one of them is. All three of these players are my rivals right now, so, you know. Okay, that opens up the double run here. We can use the sixes for pair.
Chi.
Okay. Manzu Honitsu. Not a great draw there, in truth, given that. So, we'll see what we can do. We could always go pairs with this. Alright, let's gamble now. So we're Ishanten for well, Ipeke Pinfu, hopefully. We draw a 7. Tanyo is an option. Hey, mama. I have to be very quiet now because my very shy cat has just emerged. What are you up to? Reach, Tanyo.
Riichi.
This isn't the greatest of reaches, but I think we're going to have to do it. I need to put Rise under some pressure.
Chi.
No.
Well, putting Rise under some pressure worked. We didn't hit anything, so Reach Simple's Nami. But enough to claw the gap. Not really. Mathematically, it's not in your favour, generally speaking. This, however, is a Dora-free hand to start with, so let's see if we can finish something with this. God darn it, Rise. Accept your finish and let me have my comeback hand. Yeah, so I think we're going to hard force a Tanyo here.
Chi.
So showing 2 Dora. Keep drawing 1 so. Sounds like a plan. And interesting, we can call the 2 so here because technically we got that as a weird pair weight. You'd need 2 more people to do that, I'm afraid. Oh, God darn it, Rise. God darn it, Rise, I had a Dora free opening hand and you do that. Oh well. Well, I'll let Aiden complain for me. Okay. Well, I don't have multiple Dora this time, but this isn't the worst of starting hands. Unfortunately, I'm going to go into this north. Nope. Beyond that, I'm not sure what we do with this. I think we just go for a Tanyo, given everything. I said no. He did. Okay, red should be relatively safe. Well, it is safe now, so we'll hold that for our last tile. And then just hope we can progress enough to play the one free man. Parawest isn't the worst thing with one gone, Aegon.
Pong.
It's a little suboptimal, but I'm going to take it on the basis of things. So, 2 to go.
Chi.
Yeah, quick Tanyo attack, steal the dealership. Keep drawing singular dragons. We do currently have 3 in the queue at the moment, which is Legius, Starfelt, and Lily. If anybody else wants to jump in, that would complete another game. Prospero has joined. Okay, so second game is about to start, which is Legius, Starfall, Lily, Prospero. Good luck. Off you go. Yeah, maybe I should have called the sequence here and just left myself with the pair weight, but I don't know. It feels like it would be as bad, and I might be able to get the stealthy 4-pin discard, because why would I need a 4th? Yakulus. There's enough time, I can wait a little bit. Free 7's been... I can see the 7 wall, so I think it's fine for the 8 later in the game. It's a little awkward, but we'll have to dodge that way, I think.
Chi.
Yeah, I have Aegon on a Pinsy read, so that's why I have to avoid this way, but White Dragon's fine for the last one.
Note.
Yep, snuck his way into Tempai. All of it was dangerous. Okay, dealer turn. South free, 21k down. It's going to take a lot to just win out of this, so I think more... I'm looking for a hand to just finish up and secure second at this point. If I get the chance, obviously, dealer turn, you always want to consider getting to the top, maximizing the value, but I think this is probably just going to be Tanyo and Rush as much as we can. Rise possibly on some form of Honitsu already.
Boom.
Okay, Manzi. Could be Tanya to try and steal the game as well. He doesn't need much. 2 small hands will get in there.
Chi.
Well, I'm invested, so we carry on.
Boom.
Okay, well that secures my win, and this is as much of a challenge as I can put up to that. Riichi Dora, T6. I mean, that basically is... I've done no work to finish in second here. And this is an okay hand. I'm gonna have to force this for the win. Not last yet. Not last yet.
Boom.
We do need a chin, but... But we are basically there now. Four, 7 or chin. Dora, you say? Probably have to keep that as well. Yeah, it is suboptimal here, but I can't give somebody Dora free in this position because of the point gap. If I give a definite Mungan to somebody, that is probably going to be problematic. So, yeah. Even though this means we're now waiting on exactly 2 7-pins. I think this is the better way round. At the moment, yeah. Unless there was other factors, a reach stick or something. That's not at all what this hand's aiming for. But, yeah, you're not wrong. Alright, Aegon's got a bonus set of something. Aegon's going to have the other reds. I've just got this premonition Aegon's got the other reds. Because what other bonuses could he have at this point? He's sitting south and discarded one. White's out, green's out. So Aegon has the other pair of reds, and we are going to be staring across the table at each other in a few moments. Going, you discard the reds. No, you discard the reds. And if he's not, then he's bluffing. And unfortunately, I don't have a way around that.
Boom.
I'm amazed that's not the situation. Alright, we have a Tenpai. So did Rise tossing a pair of reds, or is that just unfortunate second draw? I didn't catch whether he actually drew that one. Well, incidental final 7-pin. Hell wait. No, I'm surprised you're adding value to the table. I can appreciate this. I'm even going to give it to you. Oh, how doomed is this? Oh, how doomed is this?
Boom. No.
I had the red 5 versus the 8 in that position, so 2000 I secure second, which is all I cared about with that. And hey, I ended up with 100 points more than I started with, which means I will have 10. Or 10.1. GG. Yeah, that was a horrible last discard. Yes, indeed, not last, as Egan says. I'd red 5 pin or 8 pin to stay in Tempai. Oh dear. Well, there is another game that is currently in progress. Indeed. Well, you know, we had our own bat. That was the only hand I won all game, I think, in terms of that. Woo, I win. Yes, you win by dint of not finishing last, apparently. Alright, I'm just going to go and observe the other game because I think we're the only other 4 people currently around. Well, Prospero's just won a Mahjong. Okay, so let's have a quick look at how we are doing here. So we're still only in East 2 and only 1 hand there. I'd have a 4-7 pin from that call. Yeah, and I'd have got there. The only thing that reads that wouldn't happen, I guess, is if I'd have played the 5 and then you wouldn't have dealt that anyway, so. Lily has a pretty interesting opening hand here. Unfortunately, it's a really awkward, slow one, but might be what you play here. No, she's ignoring it straight away. It might have been inclined to play the free man here and myself and just see if I can get around it, but this secures the pair better. First hand, I got greedy. I was at the Mahjong deal in that first hand. Okay, fair enough. I only saw that Prospero won, and clearly it had to come from you from the points gap. But yeah, this looks interesting. At the very least, White Dora won in the north seat with Riichi. Can probably get that Mahjong back. 7 so is a good draw. So 3 so ideally for the 2-sided weight. How's everybody else doing? Legius has 3 pairs, so is looking to be each on 10 pair weight on something. Prospero has a couple of closed things to fill in, but other than that, looking okay. That's an improvement for Starfall. And as usually happens in the second row, everybody's kind of getting there. So 9 or 3. So is the 8 so or the 3 so more common? Well, there's an 8 out there, so yeah. More likely to get a 3 so. And it even holds up with what we know of the table, which obviously Lily doesn't. Better Ishanten for Prospero. And Riichi waiting on the 3 so. Okay, fated Sanzo Riichi. There is 1 in Starfall's hand. There are 3 still on the wall. Okay, Legi's just playing a couple of safe tiles out there, which makes sense. I say nobody's actually at Tempai at this point, so no really difficult decisions to make. Starfall's getting ever closer. He's going to have to decide to get rid of one of his sets if he's doing that. And there, okay, Sumo. Riichi Sumo, White Dora. And you've earned your points back. Okay, since we're following the North Seat, we will continue to follow the North Seat. So, Prospero with Dragon Sequence Dora. Let's just Dora 2 to start, and a little pins heavy, but still needs to. We'll see where you come back to him after the honor tiles are removed. There's a bit of work to do with that. Starfall's hand looks reasonably quick. Could get to Tanyo quite just cut the 9. Hope to draw a 6-man early, and that will pretty much solve all the problems there. Lily's hand here looks pretty good as well. Again, a little on the awkward side, but still good. A couple of closed weights, at least one closed weight required, and actually she immediately finishes one of them, so awesome. And gets rid of the other one from discards, which is correct. Prospero Ishanten for Dragon Dora. And the dragon might come out of Legius at some point in the future. We shall see. Starfall Ishanten for the Call Tanya. So Prospero can't go into Tenpai here on the green only if he wanted to. Decides against it. I guess considering turn 5, you might debate that somebody's not going to discard it at this point or put him in an awkward position. There is also a called player up top who might have just gone for something quick as well. I might have been inclined to take that just to grab a quick 1,000 points while you're in the lead. Maybe that's a little too aggressive, but I don't know. Maybe I probably would have considered taking it for green and 1. At least because the call gets you to Tenpai, ultimately. But I guess trying to secure the Yaku first. Say the downside of this, doing it this way around, is there was definitely that pause on the free man, which if Lily and other people are paying attention might give a clue that the call player needs it. And also, if you called the free first, then you have 2 tiles for a win. This is 2 tiles to get to Ishanten. But you got more tiles on this final end, so who knows. Either way, it's walking into Legius with his Honitsu, who's built up there. Dragon Honitsu Dora 2. Prospero Sumos. So, 2,000 points earned. Okay. So, East 4. Legius with a triplet of East in hand. And could pretty easily go for a Sozu Honitsu with this, I think. Especially if you've got the Yaku for backup, in case you do get sequences in one of the other suits as you build. But I would definitely be aiming for a straight Honitsu here if we could. Especially if that 7 comes out of the hand now, which it did. Oh, I'd have gone straight for the call there. Maybe it's better to wait, but I'd have got greedy with that. Anyway, Starfall, pair of Souths, which is an off-wind, 1 Dora, little bit disjointed. Lily looks like she might be going for a Sozu Honitsu of her own. Depending on how things develop. Prospero's hand we'll come back to when he's got rid of his honor tiles, but it looks okay. You see, how much better would this be if you'd have got the 789 in hand and called at this point? Be 1 pair closer. I mean, you could even keep the 7s as a pair if you wanted to here. Again, might have been overcalled, but yeah, Lily also has the ability to add Toy to hers. So it could potentially be a very high value hand if you can actually get some of the rest of that done. Unfortunately, that 7's never going to come out, although she has just drawn the 1 so. Okay, this could get fun. Decides to go for the open Khan. I'm not certain of that one, I'll be honest. Open Khan, discard. What did she discard? West? And is now kind of leading into Toy Story herself at this point. Yeah, Starfall can't do anything with that. That is 2 Dora for Prospero now. Starfall can't call because it unfortunately isn't a Yaku at the moment. Lily has her own Khan available, which I would say is a good Khan, at least. See, we get into good Khan, bad Khan a lot here. I think the open East Khan wasn't that good. It helped, certainly, but it wasn't that good. The closed one, which became Dora, but ignore that side of it. before we knew that, it was good. Yeah, Lily potentially on for a Buyman here. This could potentially be a monster. Prospero is probably in the best position to take advantage of Kandor here. Yeah, I'm saying it was a good card, even ignoring that fact. So, so Prospero with the option to call here. He could call this Vitanio, and I think it might even be in his best interest to do so. Okay, we have Toy Toy achieved. We have Toy Toy achieved. That's gonna be expensive. That's expensive. Yeah, I think when you've got obvious Honitsu Toy Toy hands up, you want to be very careful. To be fair, the North was on the table, one of them. I still... Ugh. I don't know. I think if you'd have called the 6s ahead of time, you'd have had a much more justified case there. Because I think you could have called the 6s, played the 7, and been Tenpai for Tanyo, Dora free. If you're in Tanyo, Dora free, the North discard makes a lot more sense in that context. I think with you not being Tenpai, that might have been the time against 5 calls, both for Sozu Honitsu. Anyway, we said we were following the North seat, who has a reasonable hand here for Honitsu if he wants to go for it, and does actually have South as a bonus set. And if he gets lucky enough to pair up either of the any of the dragons, that is pretty good. Legius, though, yeah, we saw it from there. He has an awesome opening hand. So looking forward to how that develops. Lily's also on for a Honitsu here as well. For Pinzu. Prospero also, yeah, so everybody's got Honitsu attempts here, with the exception of Starfall, who looks now a bit more formal to just having a normal-ish hand. So Prospero doing the mono trick of just calling everything and trying to build the hand up afterwards while, you know, people work around what you seem to have. It is a tactic that works. Sometimes. It does lead you into trouble, though, if people have genuine hands, but it does work. Lily also has the option, I suppose, of going for Chanter with that, although don't know that that's necessarily what she's planning. And in truth, now she doesn't need to do much more this dealer turn to have it be a successful one. So, oh, good draw there. So 7 pin puts her into Ipeka and solves her Yaku problem. She could still get to Chanter with this. And maybe that is what she's thinking, getting rid of the 8 pin in that position. It means she's not reliant on getting the definite 7s in. She can now get 9 and 6. But does mean she's probably considering the Riichi here. She could even be considering something bizarre like... Actually, honestly, just get for pin through at this point, surely. Yeah, ignore what I was talking about. Prospero has managed to work his way to Ishantem. We'll have to discard the South to do it, which will be awkward. Oh yeah, as I say, it's the mono tactic of just aiming for the hand immediately with your first 2 discards and hoping the draws are favourable for it. And it can work. It's definitely a strategy that can work. Okay, 2 pins. So 5 so comes out. So Lily Ishanten for what will be Pinfu Dora. Starfall, Tenpai, 1 4-man. Yeah, Legius just doesn't appear to have had a lot of luck based on his discards. Obviously, faded means they've discarded from draw here. So, from a pretty good opening hand, not much happening. And Prospero discards the 1. Could you have gone for an Itsu with... Through 10 pin Fudora. 8 pin discarded. Well, either way, Prospero has gone from a small lead to 4th in a few hands. Let's have a look at what's available here. 1 pin was in discard. I missed the 1 pin in discard, but yeah. I mean, still, dealer, so he was trying to get to Tenpai anyway, which, you know, as dealer, you want to do at least be in Tenpai by the end. Give yourself another shot. Ugh. But we see. So 40,000 points, 17k up on Starfall. So literally just after cheap hands to win the round at this point. We'll see how it goes. Starfall can easily get himself into Tanyo. Just get rid of the 1. Although if he goes to 2, we can go for Pinfu. That way, I suppose, if we can get something connected to the 4 or 5 or 6 pin. Legius. Ignoring the 1 free close weight, we can probably get rid of that as you get the other things in. A couple away. Hope we're looking to get the South at some stage, which there is an isolated one in both Lily and Prospero's hands, so it is possible. Alright, thanks for joining us, Raz. I'll catch you later. Now, Prospero's the one who needs this because obviously he's in his dealer position, which will be the last one he gets. Needs whatever happens here to at least be Tenpai with what he's doing, so that South will come out and that will help Legius. And the longer that goes by, the better that's going to be for Legius, you'd think, because, you know, eventually that's got to come out. Either that or Prospero's got to end up in a single weight for it and hope nobody else wins. Which is never a position you want to be in when you're a dealer. I don't know what that call's about. So you have to get 7, 8, 9 in Manzu to make this a legal hand right now. Or hold and get the Souths. Those are your 2 options. So this feels like a bluff. And I'm not sure it's going to work based on everything else here. That's pretty much there's pretty much Prospero's only Yaku that's left available with that call. And with, I mean, you got to consider as well that Prospero still has 9 more draws left, so I think that's premature to force it. Because now what's happened is Legius has hit Tenpai for double South and Dora. So it's a big enough hand that Legius will try and stay in it regardless. And yeah, it feels dangerous. That is unfortunate for Legius, though. You discard the wrong one. Meanwhile, Lily's slowly building up a hand. Starfall is Ishanten. Yeah, Peiko doesn't work there. And you're far too far away to make anything else work for that, unfortunately. You are Tenpai. You're Ishanten, though, as dealer, so I suppose that's something. Legends would love to play the 4-pin here. I'm not sure you can necessarily, but... Obviously, we know it's safe, but it's just, that's not a guaranteed thing here. Oh, and gets it. Yeah, the only indicator was the 1-pin as a possible half Suji, but it's not the best thing to rely on if you've got other options, and you had safe options both times, so staying with the 4 only weight works. Well, Legius takes the dealership. As we move around the table here. So, Lily with a Sozu Honitsu attempt, if she wants to go for it. Legius with Red, North, and a little bit of an awkward hand, but certainly one that could work for it. Prospero needs... How far are you back? You're only 4-6 back, so Freehand Hand will allow Prospero to go into third. And that's certainly achievable from here. Just looking into the Riichi Pinfu side of things, that's probably achievable with this one. Question is, how quick are you versus everybody else, I suppose? And Lily has already started calling. And with that hand, where it's currently configured, yeah, sure. Prospero doesn't call, which I agree with at this point, given that the definite Yakus are a little awkward. Well, let's just now Ishanten for Chitoi. 4-6-8, not the most optimal of Chitoi options when somebody's got a Honitsu against you, but you may do with what you've got, I suppose. Hello, Mono. We're just observing this game, and then we'll be looking to reshuffle the tables around. How are you doing, anyway? Yeah, 9-man would be a much better Chitoi option than what Ledge is keeping at this stage, I would say. Especially since that's the first 9-man that has been discarded. I guess, again, Lily could be on that Honitsu attempt, and you don't want to give her definite tiles, although you are committing to give her one at some point. Or not. Legis is committed to giving all 3 of them. And that's going to be a problem with that third call. Yeah, doing alright. And Prospero deals into the Honitsu. Again, not a very valuable discard, but one that could have potentially been avoided and gives Prospero 1 less turn and a lot more to do in the final hand. Okay, so speaking of final hand, there is a Dora free from Lily up top, so potential for a huge score if she finishes that off. And of course, I suppose the other plus point is if you are in the lead in South in the final hand and you see free Dora, you know there's a free Dora that other people do not have. So that makes everything you do significantly safer. In terms of actual threats here, direct Mungan would be, what, 8,000, 16,000 change? So, yeah, direct Mungan from Legius is the only thing really the only reasonable consideration from Lily in terms of defensive things, and she's got Overdora, which makes a Mungan from any other players much harder. Not impossible, of course, but much harder. Meanwhile, Legius' hand is building up quite nicely, possibly it's Sue on the cards here. Prospero is a little pair heavy and seems to be going for it. And Starfall. So Starfall's the only win that matters other than Lily's here, because obviously that keeps the game going. I've already sent a GG, so I know it doesn't go on for that much longer. Okay, pair established. Is going to go for the possible Itsu line, which would give Riichi Itsu potentially, that ups the chance of Mungan. So the going for the win side of things makes sense. The closing out for second. Yeah, he was going to get rid of all of them, though, is what my impression from that was. And generally speaking, if you're going for a Chitoi, I suppose you don't want to be waiting on a middle tile if you can avoid it. Although, given that logic, 9-pin would have been perfect at that point. One played, so it's the chance it'll come out again. Would have been ideal. Okay, Starfall, it's Tenpai, waiting on the 6-9. There's a Riichi on the board now, so... Also direct hits with a bit of thing, but yeah, he does need Mungan to do things. Okay, Legius hits Tempai as well. So this would be a 2-5 Pinfu. And you know one pin's safe. So, okay, goes for the reach. So 2,000 extra points on the board. Yeah, plays the one pin, which makes sense. White is probably safe, but again, going for the definite one on the Ipatsu. Okay, that's more helpful, Lily, at least in terms of identifying threat levels here. She has 4 of Fedora, so there are only 3 additional Dora in the game at this stage. Six more draws. I don't think she's going to. She might do towards the end, just for showing it, but I don't think she doesn't need to. Adding points onto the table here as the dealer in the final hand, not something she needs to do. I say if she gets into a position where she has absolutely 0 safe tiles, I can understand it, but for now, she doesn't need to do it. And the risk of giving a lot more value to the other hands, yeah, it's too much. Eight-man safe. Oh, send a message. No, there's no sending a message, Mono. There's securing the victory. That victory is its own message sent. Yeah, free pin here and just find out. I mean, she could can't free pin here if she wants. Oh, I am slightly disappointed by that, but oh well. I think she still wins this quite easily, but ooh, maybe not. Oh no, of course not. That was the dealer. Ouch. That was unfortunate. Urasan, yeah. That's why I think it was fine until that, but yeah, just that is what happens. And if it can't, there would have been worse consequences for that. Okay, so let's get another game going. We have Prospero, Lily, Legius, and myself currently in. Mono, you are new, and you just about got in before I started this off, so let's do some dice rolling here. I never say everything. Yeah, no, I said your only option was either Khan, or you could play Free Pin. Free Pin was safe as of 2 turns earlier. Or you could Khan to try and get around that. Anyway, we have 5 players currently in. I am going to join because I am going to, and then I'm just going to roll a d4 until we get winners. So, position 2, which is currently Lily. We have position 3, which is currently Mono, and then odds and evens for Prospero Legius. It's going to be Legius. So, it is myself, Lily, Mono, and Legius. Good luck to you, all of you. Ugh. Alright, we're starting west, and hand's decent enough. Not amazing, but could be worse. Well, I mean, that makes it worse. So I don't think we're going on the Cheetoy plan right this moment. Although maybe we should. That's 4. We'll keep the option open here. Until I feel like stopping most of the time. That's the usual rule on it. I think, as I sort of said during the commentary of that, it was, but equally, you should have really been on the lookout for a Honitsu at that point, given 2 players were indicating. And also, that North wasn't a discard for Tenpai. You had an opportunity earlier to call for Ishanten, and I think Dorif-san, Tanyo, you'd had a much more legitimate case for discarding the North in that position, but... But, yeah, I think you could have possibly played around that a bit better. I don't know. Okay. Well, this is not going to work out well for us, I don't think. I'm going to play one man here. So what do we think they're waiting on here? Could be mid Pinzus, in truth. We see 777. Yeah, I'm going to cut my pair of Souths at this point and just see if we can buy ourselves some more time. That is more time. So yeah, there is all the 7s, so there's a strong possibility 6 could be safe here, although admittingly I don't see all the 5s. Wrong 5. Oh, long pause from Lily. Hoping it's not a disconnect and it's just consideration. No, I think we have to... I was looking at the marginal chance of just getting this to Tanyo, but... Well, not Pinfu, not Tanyo. But not worth it in this position. So it means Mono's going to get his dealer repeat, but he's not going to take more points off me than necessary. We hope. We could have got to a proper hand in a number of ways there, but close the Peiko. Technically, that is what's considered a bluff, but it worked. Okay, so we have double Dora and a Honitsu attempt here, I think. Not necessarily what we'll go for, but options. And an early 6 so would be awesome. Yeah, it might be a little too aggressive to go for this now, but we'll see. I have time to back this up, I think, so... We do want that white, though, and that is going to be a problem. Not having that white is going to screw us up. Especially if Mono wants it. 2-4. Looking like we're in some form of... Well, probably not from our discards, but you know. From calls. Sozi of some kind. I'm assuming some kind of Tanyo from this, but...
No.
Double run. White and Dora for 2. Itsu for 1. I mean, it's a double deal in, but as double deal-ins go, that's probably fair. I mean, I shouldn't root for my opponents here, but I hope Mono has a good game, actually, because... As much as I want to win this, Mono needs a good game soon. One pin. So we have a possible Sanchikyu here. Not sure that's necessarily what we'll do, but it's an option. Yeah, I'm going to hold off for that for the moment. Because we can always cut the 9 here and just have to rely on one of these. Especially given that we have calls against us. So we've got a dealer showing red 1. Yeah, we're going to go the other way around with this, I think. Especially as, 9's safe. Well, there's some carnage. I'd say this would be a good... That would have been a good 7-pin draw. We know 4-pin is safe, so we still want that 7-pin. Knowing both 4 and 6 are safe, though, is useful info. 8 was safe a couple of turns ago. Probably still going to be safe now, but... Okay, 4 for red. Yeah, this is one of those tricky ones here. Can we play a 5-so in this position? We kind of would have to. Oh well. Dealer with a massive hand then. Well, stops at Hanneman. Yeah, it's not the... To be fair, I've been in quite a lot of games this year, this season of this, where we've had multiple cards. We've had a 4-card abortion twice, I think, this year already. So it's not... It's been a weird one. Anyway, we are sitting second, 20k behind, with a dealer turn to gun, but it is still early days, of course. 6, 7, 8 sand queue is the ideal shape for this, so that is what we will look towards. Potential backfiring going on from that. 2 safe tiles established. We can play a south there. And since we've got too many pairs, we might end up playing the north just for clearing that off in a moment. Yeah, we'll play north to clear that off. We'll just aim for Tanya at this point. I was about to say, if we get a chance to call the 6 on this side, we probably would do. Okay, Dora being safe is useful info, but also that's probably an indicator that Tenpai or Ishanten at worst.
Pong.
Can't take that second one. Can't take that either. Well, we have a 6-man Tenpai. Which is not the best, but you make do with what you got. And I could be on a Seizu Honitsu with this. Wrong 6. Okay, Riichi Chitoi on a outward tile. Didn't get any Ura, so that is just enough to put Lily into second. Right, dealer turn then. This is not great. See if we get the free draw. We didn't. Well, I don't think I'm going to be counterattacking with this hand. Not without a lot more luck. And I think Mono is just miles too far ahead for terms of us finishing this hand, so... Or that could just happen. Yeah, if you're free Hana... I mean, do that, they got enough of a lead. Okay. Not much I can do about that. But it's East 4, we will have additional opportunities. Speaking of which, we already have a 5, 6, 7 Sand Cube that looks pretty strong. Might be worth just getting rid of the 1, 2 here. Given it's a little early, but it still looks quite good for this. Yeah, let's get rid of that now, because I think this is going to be better here. So Tanya pins for Sanchiku as an ideal. And of course 6, 7, 8 is also possible in both shapes, although we have just cut an 8 on both sides, so we'll see. Okay, door 2. Okay, well that actually is a huge help. Technically, I think Manzi's more open than Sozu, but again, we have to draw this last one first. Nope, 2k is not the end of the world. South 1. Do we even want the reds at this point? I guess. There's no we should get rid of the 8-9 here rather than do that, but I'm actually going to give ourselves the possibility of going into a Honitsu here.
Pong.
We also do have Chanter as an option here, so we'll go for both. I was going to say that was the one we needed. Okay. I also should have discarded 8 rather than 9. Now I'm going to be back punished for that. With 1-9 played as well. Now, knowing that's safe means I can technically go for it. Well, we have Tenpai on a 1-so, so we'll go for it. One-so also has a safe discard for this as well, but we'll see. Depressingly, that's Mona's dealer turn done. Oh, we've opened Hatsu. And Legacy is attacking absolutely everything. I thought they calmed down a little because they did do some Dharma hands. Maybe they just got Senpai and just decided to hold off a turn. Then got it, I guess. But there's a lot going on here. If we actually get to reach this, I'm going to be quite happy.
Pong.
Again, don't reveal my hand, please. It could. I mean, you mean obviously Legius. Yeah, could be. Maybe that's what they're attempting. That's a really tricky hand. And I'd rather be in my Tenpai right now, so. I'm surprised we're not getting calls from people. Okay. You've just done a 4-card abortion.
No.
You also dealt into me on that 4-card abortion. Technically, that was the only way that could have ended without actually causing a draw. And that is the 3rd 4-card that has happened. Yeah. Firstly, why did you make that last card? Secondly, yeah, you need to make sure it's safe. Either way, I earned a few points from that. And teaching moment. No, it wasn't. Because if you didn't manage it on that, I didn't get a chance to reach, unfortunately, because I called the thing earlier. But yeah, could have been fun. In which case, it was definitely not worth it, unfortunately, because you just dealt in. Ledgers can't hear me at the moment anyway, but you know. I disagree with his statement on the basis that he didn't need to make that final card because it just meant there would have been a draw. I mean, ultimately he didn't sumo with that, so we'd have just taken the abortion at that point, or the 4-card draw, which would have been the 3rd time that would have happened, I think. Anyway, what are we doing with this hand? Honestly, no clue. We are a long way from anything, really. Well, we're not, but, you know, it's one of these awkward ones I'm going to have to get rid of a pair of at some point, probably north. Unless I pair enough things to go the other way with it. Actually, let's just get rid of a north now. I need to recenter this and just do this, I think. Shame we discarded the 6-man, because unfortunately this might be one of the reasonable attempts at going for the impossible hand, I think. And we've unfortunately discarded a pair, drawn another pair. Can we go for this? Really? I don't think we can. I've given up too much to go for Toy Toy here. Now we're just calling for Tanyo, which thankfully we still have the ability to do, but we can even call the 8 and go for that as well, if that were to happen. It was an option, and I wasn't going to discard the Fated Sands of Destiny with that. Okay, all last, and we go into the last hand in last. Well, let's see. It's not the worst, but I don't have a lot of ability to improve this. We need 2-6 to overtake Mono. We need a Mungan to get into second. So, thinking about that. Thinking about that, we have the closed card. Well, this would be a great time to draw that last 1 or that 2. And also, we did hit draw a 4 with this, which I hadn't quite registered. Because we are a jammy bastard. So that's Mungan.
Riichi.
We go closed, but only because we know that it was safe. And, you know, what else are we going to do? I reached Aura 4. I could still win this hand from here, weirdly. Let's just place a 5-pin here. I could still win. Failing that, I'm going to need Big Sumo to well, actually, any win will do to get to second now, which I don't think it's realistically possible for me to get Legis unless I Sumo here, so let's just see. Is it going to be a 5-pin? I need it to be a 5-pin. It is not a 5-pin. There is also still a red 5 I could draw, which would give us just Hanneman Indora. Plus Riichi Sumo takes us to Baiman. Fortunately, that's one of my winners down there, so that's free to go. Is there still a 2-pin I could draw? Do I get a double card out of this? No, Sanchiki was up. Plenty of Dora on that Sanchiki as well. I think she's got 7-6, so she's not going to discard a 5 in that position. She might have the full sequence, but well, that 5-pin's not coming out of Lily at the very least. Alright, final shot. Can we draw a 5-pin at the death? No. Mono, I think, has stolen second with that. Nice. Might have stolen the win with that. Oh. A wafer thin margin. Well, GG says that was not ideal from me. Almost, almost. Oh dear. Right, Prospero was waiting from the previous round, and he's the only person here apparently, so this will just be a roll-off for the other 4. Oh, Starfall's also here, so it's going to be a roll-off with the other 5. In fact, Starfall can join as well. Right then, so let's see how this goes. I am including myself in the random roll here, so we'll just see. 3 would be Lily. And then I need a D3 rather than D4. And that is myself. So this is Prospero, Starfall, Lily, and me going into this one. So good luck all. So I have a loss to undo. And we'll see if we can have a game without the 4-card abortion thing happening. Or at least the 4-card discard into it, anyway. I missed when the card discard was a Yaku. For that brief, however long we did it for. Okay, that's not great. Alright. Let's go immediate 5-pin and have regrets in a moment. Yeah, immediate punish for discarding this. I mean, to be fair, I shouldn't have got rid of the middle tile at the start in any case, but not exactly been favourable with the draws at this stage. Not going to call. We only have 3 pairs in any case, and I don't think we're necessarily on that path. Let's play white. Let's actually get rid of the honours first and then work out what we're doing rather than hold these. Hey, new TV! Yeah, it still doesn't change the fact, Legius, that you should not have made that 4th Khan, because it was... Caro, we nearly had our 3rd 4-Khan abortion of this series, except that Legius dealt in with his discard for it. Mono also had a much better game than he's had recently. I've gone 2 and 4 so far. This is just random game where, again, people are doing extreme amounts of carnage just to, you know, do extreme amounts of carnage. Well, I would say I'm pretty much out of this. I mean, you'd have been better off waiting for additional draws. There were still about 20 of there were about 10 more draws to go at that point. 10 more draws. In fact, getting to the point where 1 Khan would end your chance of getting that 11 Han hand is not advisable. I don't actually know if you made that. Actually, no, you did. You made the 3rd and 4th Khans one after the other, did you? From memory of a game that I've literally just played. But my memory is terrible, so forgive me. Alright, we're gonna have to have East as our thing. Okay, well I did that because I wasn't sure if East was safe, but we would have to get rid of things anyway. Alright, Prospero picks up a Toy Double Dragon off of Starfall. Okay, this is okay. So, 9k down. Prosperous dealer turn. Okay, off-wind draw. Honitsu, possibly. One of each has been played. Let's go for the Manzu ones. I don't think anyone's disputing that. I would argue, though, that Sun Anko is probably the harder one, but... at least you can take steps to try and get a Sun Kansu. Nah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, in lieu of anything that's actually safe, let's just stick with the plan. I mean, I could have played the greens, actually. The greens were safe. But I really don't want to get rid of the greens if I can avoid it. probably going to have to next turn, though. Okay. Counter win from Starfall. And another 9,000 points earned. I disagree with that, based on the fact that you can actually, as I say, make some steps to get Sankan, but both of them are very difficult. Also, nobody in their realistic mind goes for Sankan most of the time. Okay. I mean, that proves nothing. You've also hit the impossible hand once or twice, haven't you? And we both know that's impossible. Do I get the one free here, or do I go for something else? I think I cut the 9 here, actually. I might have said that myself at various points, I've got to be honest, but you know. Reach my two-man? Do we like that enough? I guess on the basis that I don't have anything else to do. I need to change 2 tiles up to really turn this into Tanya or something, and... yeah, let's just see. I haven't started any Manzi, so I don't imagine this is coming out of anybody else, but, you know, maybe we can join the Khan train. No, I really don't. As I say, all that third Khan did for you was make it possible for somebody else to abort your game with a draw, and then you aborted your own game with a draw. Full safe. But you've lost points. Well, you didn't lose points, but no. Yakuman is not the be-all end-all. It was South 2. He was leading by miles, and he had Sun Baiman. Yes, but one attempt at it. You could have waited. You could have just discarded a safe tile, gone off after the first one, and you'd have still probably got 11. I don't with a 4? Don't think I have. I don't think it's been that long on it. No, it was just objectively the wrong move to give up a Sun, you know, the far rarer Sun Baiman. No, Legius gave up a Sun Baiman in the attempt of it, but no Yakuman yet. Hello, Demo. This game has just started, but we will play another one after this, probably. The principle of the thing is points that you actually have on the board, rather than giving 2,000 points away to me with a tile you would not have had in your hand had you not made that final Khan. Oh, you couldn't have been nice and done it on the other side of that to give us both a win. Ah, well. Ah, well. Alright. East 3. Repeat. Mungan down. Let's see what we can do. This isn't feeling like a sort of hand that's going to be massively a massive favour for. There's an outside chance that a oh wow, that was yeah, best decision not to take that. All right, so East Chanta Sanchiku as a possibility, I suppose. I'll just go for a hand here. Okay, twice I've done that now. On the basis I got the 888 here, we'll go that way around. I know technically there's upgrade options here, but this is just... yeah. Hope to draw something off of this. That didn't happen. Can play East for safety if we really want to. Our hand is East only at this point, so I can give this up. The game won't let me give this up. We'll stay Shantin. Hope he's... actually, two's now safe. Technically, we now have a route to Tenpai. Two safe tiles now. So whichever way around this goes, we can technically go for it. On a 185 weight. 2 pins a little awkward. Yeah, there's no value behind it, so there's no sense in me going for this at this point, especially as all the... I mean, actually, if it had passed, I wouldn't have made it. Wouldn't have made it, thinking about this. I'd have cut the 2, I wouldn't have won on that 3. Anyway. Is there going to be a high 2? Probably not.
Note.
146 versus a 5-7 pair weight. Okay, in 4th, but still in Mungan Sumo range. And this is a strong opener. Yeah, this is a very strong opener. Question here is, I guess, do I just cut the 2-1-1 here? I think I might do, you know. Cut that certainly for now. Well, I guess I'm keeping that now. Alright, question now is to look up the 998 and go for just Tanyo as we go down the order with this. Yeah, I think we do. Tanyo 1 at worst of the way we're going at the moment. There is a chance of Sanshku here, so... Tan pin... Ah, wrong side. Reach, Tanyo, thing. So there are improvements that the hand can technically go to. That was one of them, technically speaking. We'll go for it. Ipatsu and double Dora. That went to Ura. Well, we somehow cheated a Buyman out of that one. Kyra will have comments about whether that was the right call or not, but it paid off. Whether it's correct or not is another matter. I think the justification was there was enough ways the hand could upgrade itself that it was worth waiting and seeing if I could make it, but... while being in Tenpai, of course. We'll go for this. It's a little aggressive, especially given it's the dealer's hand and I don't... well... fair enough. I did kind of eyeball the Sanshku and just go straight for it, but yeah. It's going to be awkward either way, but I think we'll be fine with that, I think. Eight pin, 7-man, or something. Nope. Ipatsu and Ura are always appreciated when they occur. Random 7-man wait for South 1. Well, we keep drawing safe tiles while staying in tempo. If we can keep this up for the next few turns, we might actually see that 7-man eventually. Big sumo. And she had the most couple of those anyway. Alright, counterattacks Hanneman. Overall, I'll take it. We're in the lead out of our dealer turn at least, so... Okay, we nearly have enough for a fourth game here, for another game here. Demo, Legius, Haziel currently queued up. If we do get one more, I will start that game off and I'll do observation round. If not, you just have to wait for the end of this and then I will probably hop straight into it. That's fair. I have no great need of your cheer, Kyril. Let's say this is looking quite decent. Still Ishanten at this point, but... yeah, I do want to go into Tanya here, but the 9 is a bit of a weird discard at the moment, given the points values are quite similar. Ah, screw it. Go for Tanya.
No.
Alright, cool for Tanya, 1,000 points earned. Now I just do that 2 more times and we're there.
Chi. Pom.
Obvious Tanya is obvious. White does nothing. So I must say, red at this stage seems unlikely. But thankfully you drew a safe tile immediately, so that at least solves that problem. Oh, whatever that is. Yeah. Excuse me a moment. Okay, that should stop that enough. Well, maybe it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, really don't have a lot here. We'll just get 4. Not yet. Starfall's attempting something, of course, but... Do we? We don't in this case. Honestly, I think it's going to be something. It's going to be a red pair weight with something else, but. But 3 more draws to go. Oh, Kyril has joined as well. Okay, so this is Demo, Haziel, Legius, Kyril. Good luck to you 4. I'm going to start your game off now. Oh, live 1 so. But it's better than anything else I've got to discard. As much as I'd love to take the Tempai there, I don't think we can make the 5 so pass. It's possible, but not guaranteed, with the 4s and 6s gone. But I don't think it's enough that I'd risk it.
Note.
Oh, it wasn't a red, it was a 1-pin only weight. But enough to maintain the dealership and to bring the game a little closer. Prosper calls north. So gap 5, 6, and 7, 2 at the moment. And this not really looking like a hand I'm going to be doing an awful lot with right this second, but might be able to get something cheap in a few turns. Okay, so having got rid of the honor tiles, we can safely say that this hand is still probably not going anywhere, but I might be able to force it into Tanyo and just collect a few 1,000 points or something. That's a good draw. So that'd be kind of what the aim is right now. Hope to draw a 3-pin, hope to draw a 7-pin, or at least draw something that allows us to get rid of this 8-9 and move off from there. That's a good draw. So 2 to go.
Chi.
So we do have a 6, 7, 8 Sand Q on here. Yeah, red we know is safe, but we're just going to hold it for the moment.
Chi.
And of course, very happy to take the Sand Cube. So Tanya Sand Cube, 2,000 points. Who wants a 7-pin? More importantly, who wants a free man? Okay, Prosperous Sumos with enough points to take the lead. Final hand. So, free Han hand required to take the win. Let's throw East back to start with, because Lily winning is, of course, a backup plan. Lily winning among enough and Prospero is also a backup plan. Alien Wind pair. Now that's free. Don't think that's what we're going for, but it's good to have, I guess. So 7-pin gives us a double run and a potential pair up there. Could potentially still get rid of both Norths and a 9 as this goes and develops. Not the worst. I'm actually going to get rid of my North pair now. We have a pair of 6s, which is much more definite and potentially gives us the 1 Han increase. That also gives the 1 Han increase. So as we're looking, Tanyo, Dora 2. Or Dora 1 at the moment. I'm being optimistic and hoping we'll get there. Interesting. We're going to obviously keep the Dora side of things. And while we could have the 2-sided thing there, probably wouldn't go with that. We'd go with the other side. Yeah, so we're gonna lock this in already.
Riichi.
Okay, so reach Dora 1. Reach Tanya to 1. That's enough points to overtake Prospero here if we get the 4. A little bit of risk with this, but if Prospero's calling, maybe he's reduced his hand and we'll need to play it. That being said, he probably wants Manzo as well. Plays Fedora. So Prospero's definitely got a hand. And was waiting on the same tiles as me and got his Hanneman from that as well. Okay, GG. So overall a negative for the day, 2-4-2. Let's go and observe the final match that is in progress. Demo Legis Haziel Chiral. Yeah, it's just a sad Suanko, unfortunately. Oh, Chiral's just reached and sumoed on East 1 and has picked up the first strike of the game. So, Chiral, Mangan, Sumo. Alright, well that was us following Demo for all of that one move. So let's move on to Legius, who has a pretty good starting hand here. Demo with a set of dragons. Chiral has got double Yakuhai Dora, so expect him to be attacking this one. He's even got an outside Sanchku as well, though I don't think he's necessarily going to go for that unless it just naturally falls in line. And seems unlikely because he'll probably want to keep the Easts and the 9s here, so yeah. Although I could pivot into a different Sanchku. That does be quite funny. Oh, yeah.
Riichi.
Okay, so reaching the 1-4. And avoiding it on the Apache, but unfortunately dealing in with that. There weren't a lot of good options from this. But Demo retakes second place. We now move on to Haziel. Haziel with the immediate Khan option, and decides to take it. And immediately is rewarded with Dora 2. Well, Dora 3 in hand. Alright, so Chiral going for a quick attack. He has another quite fast hand here that can easily get into Honitsu, so makes sense. Legis' hand seems a bit slow compared to the rest. Demo's is okay, but still has to get rid of a bunch of loose Onitars and see where they are, so this is going to be a battle between Haziel and Chiral at the moment. And Haziel's getting there. Okay. Probably would have cut 7 myself there, but I guess if you draw 2, you'd have to discard the 7 Dora to get there. But, I mean, that'd be fair. Go Dora 2 for... It's still Tanyo. Yeah. This option, though, allows him to call a bit more. So, okay. So, Tanyo, Dora, showing. Dora free. Yeah, the hand's significantly reduced in what it can do, but this is much more valuable. So, as dealer, this is definitely worth it. Kyrill's nearly there. Going to attack into this and ask the question of a dealer here, but that is also going to ask the question of a dealer. Demo has built and has a free 6 Manzi weight. 6s are gone, but there we go. You got to play 5 into this. You've got so much value, you kind of have to. So free 6, 7. Ledger's debating at this point. Reach on the fire. Okay. Well, this is going to be a 4... Well, it's not going to be a 4 reach abortion. And it's going to be Haziel sumoing with a huge hand. Reach sumo Dora 4. Oh, reach red 5. Yeah, Dora 5. Because of the red, but yeah. Okay. Haziel takes the lead. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely going to be... I'm definitely not playing another one tonight. I would have played this if there was no option for it, but yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired at the moment, so this will definitely be the last game of the stream, I think. Byman is literally 2 Mungans. Hanneman is Hanneman and a half, or hand and a half, so... Okay, Haziel building up quite nicely here. Going for Tanya, or just going... Yeah. So, Culling going for Tanya. It asks the question and puts the pressure on the other players. Kyrill's still got a bit of a way to go, but does have Dora in hand, so probably will want to go for this if he can. Well, there's Tempai. Okay, 8-man, 3-man, pair weight. Wrong 8. Meanwhile, demo is Ishanten up top, but we'll have to discard a Dora to do it. Although it's a terminal Dora, so... Yep, Kyrill's pretty much out with that, as you'd probably expect. None of us will rebuild, so he's got a lot of work to do. And he's going to go for the rebuild. And there's the sumo. Just as Ledger's got into Tempai with the 8-pin, although missingly not sure what the Yaku was there. Anyway, Haziel picks up another small win as dealer, which gives him a 20k buffer to Kyrill at the moment, as we go into second Homba. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, one short. Because again, this will be a reset if if this was me. But not with that option, which unfortunately means he's got a lot of honor tasks to get rid of and then see where he is. Or just go straight for the impossible hand, I suppose, which he might be considering. Downside of impossible hand as it stands, obviously, is that Cairo can call the green and probably would with this hand, given that it's quite close to Honitsu already. Just one of the many reasons the impossible hand is impossible. Actually, the way this is currently going here, he's building up quite nicely for just a good dragon hand. Obviously, he hasn't had luck with the white coming out, but every draw has been kind of useful for his Tanya Pintu at the moment. Alright, Kyle's away. Possible Itsu on here for Haziel as well. Decides to give that up for this, which is probably the correct move. So he's now got Haku into a single weight on one of the tiles here. Or he can go into the 2-pin weight here, if he can make the 6 pass. So Demo's on a 2-5 Pinfu Dora hand with Yupeiko as an upside, which is pretty strong. Haziel also has the advantage of Sanzo being a safe tile, at least a demo. So if he pairs up with 6s, he's 6-man, he's back in. This Tudora, he can go for it without, decides to take the riskier line. Farrell decides to go for it. So it's a closed 6-man. Say entirely called with, which is a trick he does a lot, actually. See where Legius goes for it. He's going to probably play safe. And Carl switches out because he doesn't want to play a 7-so into that board, which I understand. Although his second discard is a bit more troublesome in this regard. Given that he's also got a match against Demo, which I guess the 4 kind of does, at least from an earlier perspective here. Yeah, Carl's in a bit of trouble here. He should be right. I don't imagine he's going to play a 2 or a 5, and he probably wouldn't have played a 3-6. Oh, that is another big win from Haziel. Alright, effectively back-to-back Hanneman, and Haziel is only 4k away from just declaring victory. And has a hand that could potentially do it. So 4k required. Let's just see, what's the challenge here? Kyril has Double Dora in hand. A little disjointed, but still looking okay. Demo's hand's a bit all over the place as well. And Legius, unfortunately, has got a bunch of single honor tiles to go for here. I say I'll get 1 pin here. Probably. Yeah, and maybe. Sorry, I was confused about which hand you were looking at first, but then I noticed you were thinking Legius here. Yeah, it's awkward, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Haziel going for a quick Tanya 1. With free Honba, 9,000, that should actually... That could be enough. Oh. Yeah, 1 as well. So Tanya 1 plus 900. Yeah, that should do it, actually. So Legius doing the mono bluff a hand and try to build a hand afterwards. Alright, tempo. 2-5 pin. Oh, Demo's put a lot of work into getting the hand into a good position here, and he's going to deal in. I don't know for sure that's enough, but I think it is. Yeah, that's... Oh, 300. 300. Okay, 4 Fomba. Any hand will do for Haziel. Honestly, the other 3 hands do not look great. Also, I've just spoiled myself on something, so we'll see. East 4-4 Fomba, indeed. The Honba alone is enough to take Haziel over the top here, and he's drawing well as well. This is probably just quick Tanya here. But he might declare a points victory without anybody actually busting out. Or going below 0 at the very least. We'll see. Mordora. Well, forget that plan. I have your favourite Yaku. No, you don't. That's a very definite Itsu. We only like the probable ones, or the possible Itsus. Or the Itsus that are nowhere near an Itsu. Except in Magical Christmas Land where you draw all the perfect tiles. That is very definitely an Itsu. Legius, yeah, Legius also has the possible Itsu. His is slightly harder. There we go. Eduardo understands. That is the possible Itsu. That is an Itsu. That is superior. That is inferior. Except for the fact that it is actually the better hand. And the one you would definitely prefer to have. Other than that, perfect. Oh, it's a spare 7 that is going to give Haziel his tempo. Well, I mean, you didn't get to Tempai, but 7-6-7. Haziel takes the win, and even though I said I wasn't going to do it, I'm actually going to queue up for a game. I mean, I kind of knew that was going to happen anyway because I spoiled myself on the players queued up. So, yeah, I said I wasn't going to do another one. I am going to do another one. So, last game. If we go 2-4-2-4, then that's deserved. There are various of them. Let's be honest. There are various of them. We do need one more at the moment. Currently Demo, Legius and myself. If not, then we will close this up, I think. Last time it was Demo got the massive lead, so it balances out. Fair enough. Sure, half of me. Okay, we'll go wait for Mono. Oh, well, we had a bunch of people just turn up at once. Mono said yes in chat, so I'm going to queue up Mono. Alright, everybody, good luck. Okay, starting north, we have Dora White and... Okay. So, the age-old question, do we keep the Dora or not? We are going to say not on turn 2. We're also going to discard East on turn 3. Hidden my chat for the whole match. I mean, I rotated the dealership. It's not my fault that the dealer happened to be the same person for this all game. Clear reach on the 7. It's early, but I'm actually okay with this.
Riichi.
No Ipatsu for me. Well, there would have been Ipatsu anyway, but... So there's no card opportunities here, but there's also no realistic way to improve this hand, so... We've already discarded Fedora. We're not really going to be focusing on value for this. This is just a case of win and move the dealership on. Or just delay and take the draw. That being said, Legis is probably going to attack, so Legis will probably take a win here. If this build, we just have to hope it's just a Tanyo attack of some kind. Could be a Honitsu, but I don't think it is. Based on all the honor things are there. Preemptive reach only? Yeah. I mean, it's a valueless hand, effectively, but it was the first reach, so... Sumo and Ura are the only things I can do to add to this. And on that basis, yeah. Well, I assume that by this the 7s are all in people's hands. Oh, maybe not. Okay, 8's gold this late, 9's are out, so... It's not impossible there's at least 7s. My expected return is draw state.
No.
But actually I got the win off Legis, so... I actually hit her at 2, which, you know... I was happy with 1,000, we got 5. Again, we got Dora Dragon. Just gonna say no to that nonsense straight away and draw a second one immediately and cry. I'm assuming he means chance of deal in versus versus likelihood of and yeah, again, it depends how the mathematical model goes on it, but Let's do that for now.
うん
Alright, that's annoying, because that means I probably can't do anything about that. So, Sozi Honitsu on our left.
リーチ
For a 10 reach. This is a bluff reach, I'm absolutely certain of this, but you know, there's always the shot that we can draw it eventually. I was hoping to scare people off, it's just not worked. So, I can hope it's Toy Toy, I suppose, but I think it is the Honitsu, possibly Chinitsu by this point. I'd say the current game plan of not doing of not drawing any Sozi tiles has kind of backfired on us, but hey.
Tsumo.
Well, that was fortunate. Reach Sumo 1. Well, another 5,200 plus some Reach 6. Yeah, it was a 9 for a 10, but, you know, I was hoping to scare some people off and it just did not work. They either had big hands or just the ability to go around what I was doing. Okay, let's see if we can actually play this one semi-sensibly here, but we got points now, which allows us the luxury of playing a bit more passively if we want to. Dragon. Okay. So, demo is the assumed thing here. Katsu. But yeah, Mahjong is situational, as said. What's good in the early game is not necessarily good in the late game. Depends what points you need and why you need them. Anyway, we're gonna keep discarding the 9/7 weight eventually.
Pong.
Six, 4, 4. Fuck it. Two have been played. All the 7s are gone. I just could play a 7. Look, all the 7s are gone. It's perfectly fine for you to do that. Wrong 7. Okay, mono on a talent pin of some sort. Yeah, I think we do this. I don't like it, but I think we do this.
Note.
Okay. Not unexpected, but obviously we're worried about the dealer value there after the call, so that's why we decided to just fall completely out of that one. And yeah, 2-door in hand. Probably right to do so. Hello, Sarah. Yep, indeed. West. Sandpin's useful. Again, we're in a position where any win to get dealership is usually good, so we'll see what we can push to, but could potentially cheat away this. Not certain of this, which is why we're not getting rid of the fours just yet, but cheat away is an option. Okay, we're going pin through rather than cheat away. Eight does nothing for us. So what are the point gaps like at the moment? 10-7 to demo at closest rival. East is live. We'll see who's got it. Nobody at the moment. Legis is bored. Probably means they're Shanten. Okay, safe to have the first discard. Reasonably sure East is fine based on the previous one. And Hatsu will be fine. Could be a thing. Who knows? Alright, Monosumas. We're not dealers, so this is fine for us. Ooh, Dora 4. Maybe it's not fine for us. Who knows? Alright, well, Mono takes a slight lead. And we have our dealer turn. Okay, East 4. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Let's go Tiso. South, not helpful. Except a demo, of course. Okay, Shanten. Three 6 North 2. Wrong 6. Are there any? I've already played the 6 pin. There's no point in me holding the 5 at this stage. Okay. Sananko is a potential now. Which I know somebody's going to point out, but, you know, it's still difficult to get if you need to get it. Sankansu you can technically aim for. Okay. Alright, reach Sananko. Potentially. Okay, one over the pursuit. Wrong wind. My pin does nothing for me. It's probably a Pinsy weight of some kind on Mono's end, but God damn it. Give me those norths.
Tsumo.
There we go. Battle is on. We have sumoed Reach Sumo Sananko. Did not hit the Ura free, although other side of it. Alright, we take the lead. 16k ahead. Doubleton available. Dora, this is a strong start. Might have to discover Dora until as soon as we get this call, but we'll see if we can work it into the hand first. Okay. We can get rid of the 5 in that position. This is, I think, one that we might even be kind of tempted to go... no, okay, fine. Dora. I'll say kind of tempted to go for Toy Toy or something, but actually this is developing completely perfectly without that, so perfect. No, because we then wouldn't be in the thing for that. We can still call the east, which is why we need to have calls on right now, but...
Pong.
Alright, pawn for the 6-9. In fact, we'll have all the buttons on. We'll also discard as well.
Riichi.
Okay, well, they discard off. Okay, so we have Doubleton here. Our actual options for safety aren't that great. Free 8's played. Oh, I'm going to play the 9. I'll feel bad about it later, but I don't think we can play free man into that. I can also turn calls back on because I can technically get around it that way. So 1-4. And 2,000 points being exchanged between two players who went in the lead. Probably a good thing you didn't do the... Yeah. In most cases, it was... We had 2 Hana value. It wasn't good enough to really attempt it. We had a strong lead. All I'd be doing is risking throwing points to demo in that position. That being said, could have turned calls off and gone for it. We're in the south round now, so east no longer a bonus. That being said, can still use it. And we are drawing well, which is always a help. Might end up just tossing these east anyway to go for Tanyo, potentially. But we might actually get there first, I don't know. Yeah, same weighting on those. Well, east 4 pair weight, potentially. What are the upgrade paths here? I draw a 5, I have a 3-sided weight. I draw a 4, I just win anyway. Okay, let's wait a turn or two. We might just reach this instantly on the next discard. I'm not sure at the moment. So 3 or 5, do you say? Well, there's always the chance of the red 5, so... And there's one more of them. We'll go for it here. Also, I put a siege trap up, but I don't think that's going to throw anybody. I don't think anyone's playing a 5-pin into us, so... But there's 4 of them I can potentially draw. Or Mono can discard for us. Okay, fair. Reach pin through Nomi. So it's 2,000 points to our closest rival, which is annoying, but we get past Demo's dealer turn, we move the game on. Again, we have Adora Dragon to get rid of on turn 1. Hatsu. Okay. Rapid. Can't do a lot about that. We're just going to have to go around it. Do I call this? I guess I could try and force it, but I'm going to have to make another discard to make it work anyway, so... How much do I really... No, I shouldn't be doing this. Mono is within range. He is the dealer, and I would like to get him off the dealer button, but... But that might be a step too far for this. Pair established. How live is South? South is very live right now. Let's play an 8. All right, let's look. No, we got it. All right, 7-pin is a winner. Oh, we are going to pause while Legis is disconnected. Okay, hopefully you would have had the thing on anyway, but still. Okay, so we have some options here. Do we go for the closed 7 or do we go for the divided? Maybe we go for the divided here, actually. And Elin. Alright, fair. If I can keep dealing 2,000 point hands from people who aren't the dealer, I will win. It's not a good strategy, but it's currently working. Oh boy. But I guess being past Mono's dealer turn means he's now got to go for bigger hands to catch up, so... Although, admittingly being the last dealer means Manga and Sumo is still an option for him, I think. So that'd be a 12k exchange. Okay, Dragon available. 1 left. Shanten for no pin, or not pin fu. That's a 5 so safe though, so we can technically do that. And get us over the line with something. Have another Manzi.
ち
Yeah, not playing another one. Could even be weirdly an outside hand based on his discards, actually, but. No, we know Forso is going to be a safe final discard now, so.
リーチ
Well, we assumed that was the case. We're going to still do it, but. 4-7 pin then. Absolutely. I'm a very kind person. And currently, I'm at the, my strategy is give Demo 2,000 points. Nah.
それちょうだい
That wasn't safe, but I didn't have a lot of other options. And that's worth more than 2,000. And it's to my direct opponent. There are indeed some humans here, but I don't know if they're here. Oh boy. Oh well. Watch me throw. Let's see if I can throw away this completely. Not impossible. Just have to give another Mungan away, and I'm basically last again. Okay, 79 Sand Cube is a possibility. Chance is a possibility. Triplet of the Easts, you say. Well, 3 safe tiles. Also, I think that's technically a possibility. $3,400. So let's have a look. Not going to con at this juncture. And we're going to deal into mono. Yep, told you it could happen. Cheap hand though, so that is going to make me dealer, and then we will use our dealership to come back. Final hand. So we need Freehan. Sumo will do it. Failing that, avoid give points away, we end second, most likely. Third at worst. Actually, this is coming to it quite quickly, so I think we are just going to pretty much autopilot this to a thing. Make sure I'm not accidentally giving away a different bite here. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Dealer reach on turn. We have Tanya. We could have damaged this, but if I get Reach Sumo and Tanyo, I should overtake Mono.
No.
Now, Reach Simples. 3-9. Alright, another 2 Han hand then for victory. Let's see if we can pair a dragon. That would be ideal. Failing that, we will see. Nah, Mono's going to out-accelerate me, I think. Unless we get extremely fortunate, or he's doing his bluff and hope to rebuild it. When he's played. Yeah, it does prevent me from discarding. Well, maybe I should be just forcing these immediately, but I think Honitsu is going to be too slow if we try and force that hand. Especially as we're not drawing anything. Alright, Hatsu's dead, Haku's dead, so we're on to traditional hands. Okay, one door. And a definite Honitsu, which is going to make that 7, so especially important. We don't roll the freezer. And of course, it could just be a South-only bluff, which is the other side of the coin. It doesn't have to be a Sozu hack thing. He's already in the lead. Any win will do. But if we want to win, we do have to be at 10 by the end. It was a Honitsu. No, it wasn't a Honitsu, actually. But it is enough to secure Mono his win. GG. Yep, managed to balls that up a fair amount, but hey. Well, I mean, that's what? 2-4-2-2? I'll take that. Alright, thanks for joining us. I will end the stream here. Thanks for that, and I will catch you all next week, most likely. So, until then.